Imagine staying at a dreamy Airbnb for free while building your travel content creator portfolio. Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? But it's not, and I'm here to show you how to make that happen. So in this video, I'm going to guide you in the exact steps to land your first Airbnb collaboration, even if you're just starting out as a brand new content creator. So we're going to cover everything from what you need to get started to crafting your perfect pitch, and then delivering value that keeps the host coming back to you, and most importantly, where you can find these properties to pitch. So stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap to make it happen. So let's dive in. So why would an Airbnb host agree to give you a free stay in their place? Well, it's simple. So content equals marketing, and Airbnb hosts are essentially small business owners. They need high quality photos, they need videos, they need social media content to attract more guests and stand out from the competition. So if you can provide visuals that showcase the beauty and unique features of their property, you're going to help them market their listing. And the best part, some hosts don't care about your follower count. Many instead value the content quality and the authenticity that they will receive from you, and more than the size of your audience. So even if you are a smaller creator, you still have a shot at landing these collaborations. This isn't just about free stays for you. It's basically a win-win situation for you and the host. They get the content to market their listing, and you get a unique experience while building your portfolio. Now, if you do have a big following with good engagement and the content that you post is related to travel, then you could be offering the Airbnbs or hotel content, but more so the exposure they will receive when you're posting their property on your social media. This is something you will need to negotiate with the host. I just recently got back from a collaboration a few months ago where I had the chance to stay at 2 breathtaking villas in Tulum, Mexico. In return for my stay, I created custom content to help showcase the properties. Both properties were completely different. One was a beautiful, spacious villa, perfect for a trip with your partner, and the other one was like being at a mini resort and would have been perfect for a big group of people. It kind of felt like a waste being there by myself, but it was absolutely stunning, and I would definitely go back. While there, I got so much content for the villas. It was just a shame because it rained most of the time while I was there in the first villa, so it was difficult to get content, which is something you need to keep in mind when doing these collabs. You never know what to expect as the weather can change quickly. You do what you can and you make it work. So when that sun comes out, even if it's just for an hour, you make sure you have all your gear ready and take as much content as you can. Okay, now let's get into what you need to get started. All right, let's talk about preparation, because this step is key to landing your first collaboration. Even if you have a small following, it is still possible for you to land a collaboration if you have past work that you can showcase to them. So by building a portfolio with any past work will be the easiest way for them to see why they would want to work with you. You need to show hosts that you can deliver high quality content, and if you don't have a portfolio yet and you have a small following, don't stress. Start by creating content locally. So maybe think of styled photos or videos of cozy spaces at home. This is what I did when I first started. I just filmed my condo, or even if you have videos from your last trip that you can use. I would also suggest that you go to some nice local hotels and just go in and take photos and video content of you walking in the entrance, in the lobby, the lounge area. If they are nice enough, maybe ask the front desk if they wouldn't mind letting you peek into one of the rooms because you're interested in booking a stay there for a friend coming to visit. Then with this content, create some really good quality reels as if you were staying there. Or when you book your next vacation, start taking a bunch of content of the space before you get comfortable. This way you will have professional videos and photos to work with to put in your portfolio. The goal is to show that you have an eye for detail and that you can storytell through visuals. So a tip for you is to really focus on storytelling. This is what stands out the most for hosts. For example, highlight what makes their space unique, such as the perfect morning coffee corner or a relaxing outdoor vibe. It's about getting the viewer to envision themselves wanting to stay in their Airbnb. And this is why storytelling sells. The next thing that will help you is to polish your social media. So make sure your Instagram, your TikTok, or your YouTube YouTube, whatever platform you're using, it reflects the type of content that you'd create for an Airbnb. So if you don't have a travel account going right now, I suggest you get going on starting that to showcase the work that you have created for Airbnbs or hotels in the past. If you are an influencer, of course, this might be a different situation for you because you have a large community with high engagement, so you could potentially just reach out to them and post the content to your feed, and this would be free exposure for the host. But if you were looking to make this your career and get paid as well, rather than just landing free stays in exchange for content, then you really need something that will display your work. So I have an Instagram page with 30K followers for my social media coaching business where I post a lot of my travel content, but I created another Instagram page that only shows travel content so that I can attract hosts to that page with all my past work, and there they can go through and see what kind of content I create. So whether you switch up the page you're currently using now or you start a new one from scratch, these are some posts I recommend you have on your page. Travel related content, cozy interiors, or even travel hacks. Try to start consistent with the style of filming and the vibe, as this is what will sell your services. Because imagine if a host was looking at your page and every piece of content looked completely different. Well, I probably wouldn't hire you because I would not know what I would be receiving when you send me my content. Once you have created your Instagram and portfolio, now where can we find the Airbnbs? So start by finding properties that align with your aesthetic and the vibe of content you create and the vibe that you want to attract. So it may be a little harder at first to get the stunning properties that we all dream of staying in, but over time you will work your way up to that. But I recommend finding unique stays like tree houses, beachfront properties, or boutique cabins that tend to perform well on social media and will look better in your portfolio. So a place I love looking for them is on Instagram. I go to the search bar and type in keywords or locations. So for instance, I would search Mexico Airbnb and click on accounts or tags, or scroll through the first explore page and click on the photos to find Airbnb profiles. The thing is that if they have an account on Instagram already, they already understand the importance of marketing their property. So the chances are going to be higher of you getting that collab. You'll also want to focus on newer accounts with a lower following and an account that looks like they really do need some help with their content. They're often more open to doing the collaborations because they're still building their reputation, and you are willing to come in and help them out for free. So it's a win-win for both of you. You can also do this exact process to help find Airbnbs on TikTok as well. Another place that you can find them is, of course, on Airbnb. Now, I want to give a little warning before now. Be careful when pitching on there, because if two or a couple hosts flag your account, you could be permanently banned, and we don't want that to happen to you. So now, when you are looking for properties on Airbnb, you want to type in the location you are looking for or the place you're going to, and you want to look for during the week. So as these are not peak days, so Monday to Thursday, so that you have a better chance of landing the collab when going during the slower days or months. And then you want to find an Airbnb that looks trendy or something that's unique about the space. Then you will scroll down and click contact host and put in your pitch. Now again, if two people report you, your account will be banned, so please be human and don't come off cold and salesy when messaging the host. But the one positive is that Airbnb hosts have a response rate that they need to keep up with, so they need to respond to you, whether it's a good response or not. So you know you will always get an answer. And the last platform that I recommend to use is Vrbo. Now, if you don't know what this is exactly, it's similar to Airbnb, just not as big. And you would do the exact same process as Airbnb. You would put in your location, search for Monday to Friday or Thursday, and then reach out to the host, send your pitch, and then book your collaboration. Now, whatever you do when pitching on Instagram, please don't message them right away. I am sure they have already been bombarded with a million messages from other content creators. So it's so important for you to build up some rapport with the host before sending them a pitch. So take time to engage with their profile, follow them, like their posts, leave genuine comments, and even share their content if it aligns with your audience to your stories. Building this connection is so important to, one, get noticed, but also showing that you're putting in the time to engage rather than just throwing them a hard sell. So when you're ready to reach out, keep your pitch concise and focused on what you want to offer. Here's a structure you can use. So introduce yourself and highlight why their property caught your attention. For example, hi Villa Arthur, I came across your beautiful Airbnb and absolutely love the unique layout it offers. And then you're going to explain your offering. So I'm a content creator who specializes in storytelling, travel content, and I noticed you don't have a lot of storytelling videos on your page where the viewer can actually see themselves being there. I'd love to create and then write out your specific deliverables for them to showcase their property. And then you're gonna add a call to action. So for example, let me know if this sounds like something you would be interested in. I'd be happy to provide more details. Also, if you would like an example of a pitch, head down to my description and you can download my free Airbnb pitch guide where I give you a pitch for emails and for Instagram. Okay, now the next important part after you've pitched them, if you don't hear back within a week or two, make sure to follow up with a friendly message. Sometimes emails get forgotten or the message in the DMs gets lost, and persistence can pay off. So what to offer Airbnbs? The first pitch shouldn't really have the amount of days. It should just be to get them interested in your offer and to send them your portfolio. Then when you get them to the email, you can lay out the days minimum that you recommend. I recommend at least 2 nights, where you can also offer more content based on how many days you stay there. And the one thing to remember is day 1 is usually the check-in, so it won't be as easy to get content that day. And then the last day is checkout. So you really want to try to push for 2 to 4 nights minimum so that you can get a ton of content for them and so that you can also relax and enjoy yourself while you're there. You also want to make sure you are giving them enough notice for the stay. So make sure you are pitching them at least 2 to 4 weeks in advance of staying there. During slower periods usually work best, but also if they aren't booked out for that time, they could potentially say yes anyways. Now that you have all the details, I just want to put out a warning that when first starting out, it can take some work and a lot of no's will come your way, but I want you to keep going and I promise you'll get your first collab book. You'll also learn over time what gear you need to take, and your content will get better with the more properties that you do. You'll learn what type of content actually works for travel and Airbnb properties. So just think of the first free properties as your trial case studies. And then once you have perfected everything, you can start charging up to like $2,000 for a stay. Plus you get a free stay. So it's literally the dream job. The thing to remember is social media and marketing will never be going away. It will always be needed. So you might as well do something that you love where you get to travel and then make money. So if you have any questions or want to learn anything else about travel content creation, leave a comment and I can make another video on it. I hope this was helpful. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.